This is it, everybody. Eater's Digest. I hope you guys are hungry. This is your boy, Jos.
And this is your boy, host Beefy.
And this is your boy, Habihi.
That's like Habibi almost, you know?
I have no comment for that. So, no I don't know.
Habibi?
You want to write him up?
Habibi is?
Habibi,
You want to write him up?
that's definitely going on his record.
Yeah, it's a push. God, you could have said hello world like you usually do.
Bueno mundo.
But instead, you know what? I was going to say something really quick. You know,
I'm probably going to be added to the cancel culture.
I know he's interrupting, right?
Yeah.
You told me to talk more right before this.
No, okay. So I was going to say we're kind of matching me and host today.
Yeah.
A couple Blues Brothers, kind of like Blastoise and Vaporeon, because I'm more like a Vaporeon because I don't have that pure blue.
Yeah.
Or more of like a Totodile.
I look like a Poliwhirl, you know, just that
Ooh,
round
Poliwhirl.
swirl.
I remember Poliwhirl.
Yeah.
What was his move? Did he ever whirl you into the thing or not?
Maybe Whirlpool.
Whirlpool, huh?
Whirlpool was his move.
You saw it on the Game Boy. He would just spin.
He would just wash your clothes for you.
Yeah, Whirlpool, dude.
That Maytag move.
Yep. And then, Maytag and Whirlpool took it over and he got canceled.
Sears. R.I.P.
But today it's Eater's Digest, so we're going to talk about topics. Thanks to everybody that's listening to the podcast. And what's the topic today we're going to talk about, Hoss?
You know, cancel culture is alive and thriving, so we figured we would bring items or things that have been canceled or discontinued throughout the course of these last several decades.
Javi, have you been a victim of a cancellation? Has something happened to you where you something that you liked or something that was important to you got canceled?
Just those Taco Bell empanadas, the apple empanadas.
Those are so good.
Those
They were fried, so they were flaky and crispy on the outside. Then you got this caramel sauce that if it's freshly made, you're blistering the roof of your mouth.
The inside of your mouth looks like freaking Freddy Krueger. Like you sucked Freddy Krueger off and you got his scabs in your mouth now.
Just a bunch of boils on the inside of your mouth. But it was good. It was worth it.
It was worth it.
It was worth
Sweet boils, dude. So much sugar. And you'd be looking I'd lick the tip of the roof of my tongue.
Sugar. Oh my.
Get some leftovers, you know? That sweet boil, baby. That's what happened. Get some of the sweet boils, but
Dude, I miss those empanadas from Taco Bell.
now it's like, oh, they were too Mexican, you know?
Were they too Mexican?
Yeah, because it's empanadas. Usually they would switch the name up.
Yeah,
They would have called it like a Mexican wonton or something like that, you know? But
That's a
they
good,
couldn't.
yeah.
So it's like empanadas.
That sounds
dude.
pretty spot on. A
That's
Mexican one.
south of the border egg roll.
Yeah. Southern egg roll. Yeah.
Southern pastry.
That sounds a little sus though. Southern egg roll.
It's Taco Bell.
Oh, dude.
They had Mexi nuggets until the 90s, right?
I always forget about
And I was a customer.
R.I.P. to the Mexican nuggets, dude.
You gotta protect those Mexican
But we're going to talk about canceled stuff. Do you want to start off with something that was important to you, host?
I don't know if any of these were important to me. I just remember a lot of these. Actually, I mean, Toys R Us was canceled.
Oh,
That was important to me because I had a lot of my childhood memories with like toys or games or even just visiting the store because, just the amount of toys that were in that store.
Yeah, and then you get to the expensive section, where they got the Game Boys and they got the Game Cubes.
And they have like the controllers attached to like that metal thing.
You can't
run off with it.
Yeah.
You have to like stare up and your neck would hurt after a while.
And they only have the demos.
The demos are the worst games too. Yeah.
You're like, oh, dude, why do I got to play, what is this game? Spyro the Dragon, but he can only ride on his skateboard like me, like to the end of the street and back,
Yeah.
What is this, mom watching him? It's a video game.
Yeah. Think of how many kids would play the whole game though if it wasn't the demo. You just have kids go, they wouldn't buy the game.
They go after.
And clearly Toys R Us needed to sell games. They got canceled because they couldn't stay in business.
Yeah, they couldn't even summon somebody from the Ouija board to help them out,
They got so many. They have
got
every
5,000
employee
Ouija boards
across your 300 and whatever, 3,500 stores. Have them all do Ouija board. Eventually, some good luck would rub off.
Yeah, throw a freaking pentagram, You got a bunch of weirdos at work there anyway.
Well, I'm just saying, Hot Topic has been around forever now, and that's all they have.
They're
is
putting it to
pentagrams and
use,
Ouija boards.
That's true.
They put it to use.
Instead, the Toys R Us people were playing Yahtzee, just trying to roll some dice.
It was too
Life, They're playing life.
Shoots and ladders.
What is this, dude?
Candyland.
Yeah,
their candy ass got canceled for a good reason.
Yeah, they canceled candies. You know,
bronies.
Oh, you're a pervert if you like candies. What do they? You know?
Yeah, they associate candies with vans, and vans, you know what that leads to. I'm not gonna say it.
Yep, it's the people that park at freaking Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Bunch of vans. But it would be cool to go to Toys R Us because you would touch things that you couldn't afford. You know.
You would see the marketing because the marketing had to be captivating. There was so much.
I'm gonna go hug this giant Lego set that I know I'm never gonna get. That's as close I got to, like a Lego set, a 10,000 piece one.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think it was overwhelming for parents to walk into that store?
Yeah, because they're like, when there's like
it wasn't a small.
They're on a
toy
budget.
section.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The whole thing is a toy section.
Store. Yeah.
Did you ever
funny going? Where's the toy section? Ma'am?
Yeah, the adult one. That's the Ouija boards. You know, that's an incredible toy. You know,
we have an adult section. It's a $50 admission.
Yeah, lightsabers. You know,
our favorite game, hole in the wall.
It's a glory hole on the wall. Did you have anything hobby in Toys R Us? What that any Toys R Us experiences that you cherished or any feelings out of Toys R Us? Did you have any feelings like that?
I think the only time we ever bought a toy from there was Mom and Dad got us some like Power Rangers that probably cost like $30 back in the day. Oh,
that was a lot.
Yeah, and that's the only toy I ever got from Toys R Us. And we got to sit in those the Power Wheels, one of those, because I never had one growing up.
The little tricycles?
No, those truck looking things.
Oh, that they automatically move?
Once you just hit the gas and you're going a mile an hour, mile and a half,
Yeah.
$1.25. That's all.
And you felt like you were going so fast, as a kid?
Yeah.
I'm going 100 miles an hour.
Dude, I remember they used to sell, I don't know if, I'm assuming these are canceled too, but remember the gums that would look like Band-Aids or the zebra gums?
The ones that you would pull out? Or
yeah.
Go forever?
No, that's
just the...
I know what you're MLB, that's
I know what you're talking about. Bigfoot
bubble tape.
Bubble tape, yeah. Maybe they got canceled too, but I'm talking about like it came in a metal tin, like aluminum, and then there was they looked like Band-Aids, like.
I know what you're talking about.
And then there were the zebra ones where they were striped. Yeah. The flavor lasted less than Juicy Fruit. It was like you chewed it twice, no more flavor.
Juicy Fruit is the worst.
That was it.
Juicy Fruit is good, but it sucks.
Yeah. It's just like the first bite, like you said, it's like good.
Yeah, it tastes so good, and then all of a sudden it's just gone.
You're chewing on a freaking, used condom or something like that, dude.
What about you? What was canceled for you?
One thing, you know what? I'm going to bring it back. If you guys have listened to the podcast for a long time, and I was not even going to put this on here, but I just wanted to bring it back and take you guys back to those hot summer days. And you're walking and you don't have a car. And it's 1997, and you're going to go to 7-Eleven. And you're going to get that Slurppuccino, baby. Huh? The return of the Slurppuccino. Javi, I'm not sure if he knows what the Slurppuccino was, but it was the Slurppuccino was Slurpee, but it was coffee. So it was like a coffee Slurpee, and they had a separate section. So it was almost like an adult section. So you would just grab your cup,
show your ID,
take it from the. Oh, you didn't even need ID, bro. It's like they didn't ID you as a kid. So it was like they were letting you commit sin. So you'd walk to the Slurpee section, you get your cup, big gulp, double gulp, whatever, and then you go to the Slurppuccino section, and they had like an Americano, and they had the other, what's like another...
A latte?
This is like the first I hear about this.
Yeah, no, it was so good.
I had no
idea. They had that's...
you made that
like
up.
The macchiato or something like that. The name we did on the first episode.
Yeah.
But it was like it was a cappuccino. There you go, you freaking idiot. Yeah, so they had a cappuccino flavor, but it's in a Slurpee.
Oh, that's
pretty
badass.
We just, in the first episode,
called
it the Slurppuccino. But it was like the texture of a Slurpee.
This is essentially a frap.
But I don't know, it was like water-based. It had no milk. It was just like water-based, and it was just like the best. And then, I don't know, because you know how adults, they smell like coffee,
Yeah.
Adults, and like, you're a kid, you don't know how to brew freaking coffee when you're a kid, like an idiot. You get burned. So you go there, you get that cold brew coffee. The best in the world, dude. Get a Bahama Mama.
Bahama Mamas are... I love Bahama Mamas.
With your coffee, dude. Now I'm running back home, I got so much freaking adrenaline. I got a Bahama Mama.
Dude, you gotta use the toilet.
I got coffee.
Yeah, that'll send stuff right through your digestive tract.
So maybe if you listen to the podcast, I mean, if you guys had a Slurpicino, let me know, because these guys don't have a.
I never had one.
You know, they were on the word of wisdom. You know, they couldn't have coffee. So me, I was drinking the Slurpicinos. You never had it either, Javi, a Slurpicino.
No, I never heard of this.
They don't even have them anymore.
No.
So R.I.P. R.I.P. to those.
They should bring that back, or you should just start your own.
Because it was just like if you went to Starbucks.
That's a cool name.
But it was like
it's exotic sounding.
Slurpicinos, dude. It's like if you went to Starbucks, you know, but you skip the line, you just get your thing and you dip.
Yeah, they don't get your name wrong. I get it.
The guy just spat on you, dude. I paid with pennies too.
The best thing about 7-Eleven too, if they had Slurpicinos, they don't ask for tips.
Nope.
Oh, dude. Yep.
Would you like to leave a tip?
They let you take
No,
a
thank
penny,
you.
dude. They let you take a quarter.
You don't have enough money? Here's a penny.
Yeah, here's
Yeah.
the penny. Dude.
Here's a nickel.
That little change disc.
And that thing looked like it got out of World War V, you know? It didn't even look like a penny
It was
anymore.
tattered.
Dude.
Yeah.
It looked like a Pringle. It was all, you know, crooked like this.
Crusted.
Canadian 10 cents.
But
It was
it
found to
counted.
the bottom of the ocean with the Titanic.
But it counted. Because you know what? Freaking 7-Eleven never discriminated.
Real ones.
But all right, now go with yours. Your second one.
We'll take it back even to before we were born, but the Ford Pintos.
The Ford Pintos.
Yeah, they were cars. They were like notorious for when they'd get in a car accident, the gas tank would like hit some sort of metal and it would catch on fire. And the funny thing is they were so notoriously bad for that they were canceling them back then. Ford released a second version of them, and all they did was they added like a layer of plastic that completely solved that issue. But because people were already just in their minds of like,
Paranoid.
these cars are terrible, it never went anywhere.
And is it
So-
cool looking? Can you describe what it looks like?
It was like a Mustang Junior, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it was like the step sibling, the redheaded stepchild of a Mustang.
Yep.
Like it had
That's
some
exactly what
features
it
that are
looked-
like
yeah, it was pretty
Some
cool.
features.
you
Yeah, it
could
was like-
be cool, but you're not.
It was the
Like,
affordable
you're right
Mustang.
there.
Yeah.
The Ford.
Yeah.
Now it's a Ford Fusion.
The great
that I drive, dude.
the front end kind of. But I had that fastback, you know. It was pretty cool.
Catch on
It
fire.
was the
dude.
great value Mustang. for
That would
us
be
sport
scary,
people.
Yeah, it was the Kroger version of the
Now,
Mustang.
how bad was it that how many bad drivers were they back then? Because you're saying they had enough like recalls on it of people catching their car on fire. Like, who were these idiots
Oh, bro,
driving?
it tells you how bad the drivers were. I don't even think women had the right to drive back then. That's how bad the men drivers were, just hitting each other. They didn't want to wait.
Yeah. What were they doing, dude? So
Dude, their machismo was kicking in. They were just flooring it. They don't want to hit the brakes.
Because you think about it, to get like a recall or, you know, like a car manufacturer to say, oh, you know, we messed
You know how
up.
many white people have to complain about a certain thing before it gets recalled?
You know? So they had,
very
what, like
true.
10,000 accidents or more, probably.
Yeah, it was enough that it looked like genocide for whoever owned it. Just you purchase this car, you're about to die.
It's like
Right?
a
It's just
kamikaze drivers, dude.
conspiracy theory.
Those
Death
Ford
race.
kamikazes is what they call them later.
Just
I'd be,
That's a pretty good day.
I don't know. I'd be,
the Ford disapparates.
yeah,
You disapparate right back to heaven or hell, wherever it is
I'd
you're
be
going.
scared. I'd be scared of going one of
Yeah,
those.
they were that
dude.
notoriously that bad that they fixed the issue. They tried marketing around it, but they couldn't get it back because people were just like, these cars are just so shit.
Kind of like the Chevy Nova, never sold in Latin America.
Well, and then back then, you know, they have lead in the,
And the paint.
you know, in the paint,
And
and the
everything.
gas, so it probably caught on fire even faster, you know?
Yeah. It's just this big combustible bomb.
And now it's like, well, they don't make them like they used to anymore, you know?
Yeah, it's like-
Like, yeah, dude. Because before there was like,
yeah, if I
one
get
of
an fender bender, I'm not gonna get lit on fire.
yeah, if my car, you know, explodes, you know, it's not gonna take out an entire building,
Yeah,
dude.
we all
It's
don't
not
want to
gonna be
be
considered a terrorist.
Yeah, dude.
A terrorist attack.
a weapon of mass destruction. We don't all look like Dale Earnhardt Jr., whoever it was. Like, we don't want to die in a car accident with a fire.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think about, like those NASCAR cars, you know?
Yeah, that's
Catch
how
on
that Dale
fire.
Earnhardt guy died. Crashed. And it wasn't the crash that killed him, it was the fire.
Yeah. I think it was just stuck. His seatbelt like melted or something, and that was game over. R.I.P.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with this one. Maybe this is not much of an item. Maybe, I mean, we have some people that are a little bit younger that listen to this podcast. Only about 6% in the like 18 to 22 demographics.
You got to raise that demographic higher.
Okay, so yeah, you guys got to step it up. Some younger people.
You guys like sharing posts? Share this.
So one thing that to me I don't think happens anymore. I think we might have discussed it. I don't think we have discussed it. One thing that got canceled is car sex.
Do you think that got?
I mean, I don't think it was
So did I
canceled
get old?
intentionally.
Or
I don't think it was canceled intentionally.
I
But
think the cars are too
these
small
things,
now.
there's too many
the
of
phones,
these.
right?
Yeah.
You can't even have car sex anymore, dude. Host is spying on you the whole time from his truck because he's got a better vantage point, you know, and he's recording. You know, me, I'm in the Ford Fusion down low. I can't see what's going up there with Host.
I got the high ground. I'm fucking
Oh, dude.
Obi-Wan against Anakin.
Yeah, he's freaking watched me panicking down there.
Just getting over to that dark side.
Oh yeah, dude, he's watching me freaking touch the lightsaber, dude. Huh? Meanwhile, he's touching his lightsaber. I don't even know what's going on. And then next thing I know, his video gets taken down on Pornhub because I didn't consent to it. You know, there's
And the video is called Jabba the Hutt on Tatooine. You figure out who's who.
so yeah. So car sex canceled.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I don't know. I think I would be too scared even to even have car sex, dude.
Yeah, you don't want someone just
Well-
taking a picture or video of you just...
Well, that, but like, you know how if you like take a piss outside, you get
What is it?
no.
Is it public indecency?
Oh,
Yeah,
Javi almost
something like
messed us
that.
up, but yeah, public indecency, you're like a pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah, you become an automatic pedophile. So like, would that be almost the same thing? You get caught in your car, or is that like
If
a private
children
place?
If children were present, yes. But if they weren't present, I think no, but you'd still get charged with something, I'd imagine.
Yeah, so it's kind of like scary to even do anything outside.
So one time I was having car intercourse, okay, and I was like, I don't know, I was like 19 years old or something, right? And had the Chrysler, remember El Peligroso?
Oh yeah,
The Chrysler 200, dude. But they had tinted windows, and
they need to bring that.
I'm
back.
engaging in adult activities in the vehicle. It was very roomy, spacey leather.
Did you
you know?
consent?
Smelled good. It's all about consent, dude.
Okay.
Because so we're in this neighborhood. It's like 2 in the morning or something like that, right? And then we're just hot makeouts going on. Our clothes are off. It's very passionate. And then right behind us, a cop car. Like my car was already parked, and I was like in the neighborhood, right? A cop car pulls right behind my car, and I'm like, oh no! The first thing that came to my mind was, I'm gonna be a pedophile, because I was like, they're gonna see me with my dick out or something. I was like, they're gonna see me with having sex. So I didn't know what that
Yeah, Neighborhood Watch was watching.
Yeah, so I don't know what would you be? I don't know the right term. Exhibitionist, a nudist. You know what I mean? That's gonna go on my record. I'm barely 19. So
She was in her 40s, so
yes. Dude, back then it was only old ladies for Jose Beefy, okay? So a car, the cop car's right behind us, pulls the light out, and then we turn to the right, and there's like somebody comes out of like the house that we were in front of across the street, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, we're done. We're like panicking, trying to put our clothes on. I'm putting my underwear, as my shirt. She's got it as her bra, and cop starts getting super close, pulls the light out, and literally, dude, like gets like, no, he's like right next to the car and just keeps walking, and he headed like 4 houses down. So I don't know if there was like a domestic fight or something like that, but as soon as like the cops like went over to that house, dude, I turned the freaking turned the car on, just sped out of there. I've been celibate ever since. So,
that was the remix to Ignition. You just turned the
yeah,
ignition and got out of there.
Ignition, dude. So yeah, so that's for me. Probably why I stopped having car sex. So maybe it didn't get canceled.
you're just too afraid to notice.
No, I feel like it's probably like just an undisclosed cancellation. People were just
People
like, "There's
don't
no
talk
way.
about
There's
it.
not a good risk."
Well, yeah, because I mean, also now people are. It's like roommates are cooler,
Yeah.
Oh, we can get a house. All of us are gonna be roommates. We got 20 people living in a 2-bedroom house, so we can just fuck there.
Natural obligations.
And before it wasn't like, this was during the recession. Nobody even had a place to, a place to live.
The housing crisis.
Yeah, dude. Some people just had a freaking, I was living out of my car, dude.
But I feel like it was safer back then, right? 2000. what, 8, 10?
2000, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, phones weren't still as advanced as they are now.
So you could still, there was plausible deniability there, right? Like, oh, the video's a little blurry. It's
Yeah,
not
because
me.
you got 4 megapixels.
Yeah.
It's just
Looks like
it's just a
Mario.
bunch of squares
Mario
jumping
jumping
around.
on a turtle, you know? Coins are coming out of it.
That's
What's
Yoshi
going on,
eating an
dude?
apple.
Yeah,
That's Yoshi's eating an apple. I don't know what you want me to tell you,
Yeah, the
officer.
flamethrower. Yoshi just threw the flamethrower, you know? So yeah, RIP to car sex, you know? So yeah, don't have sex in your car. That's creepy now, honestly.
It is.
So.
Plus with COVID, unsanitary.
Yeah. So RIP, dude, but that was my second one. Sorry, no, so I had to confess a little bit about my celibacy, but there it is, us.
Any other ones for you, Javi?
No,
You got one?
no.
Anything you want to share, Javi? Anything? Huh? Did you ever do that in a car?
No, dude, I've been celibate my whole life.
You never gave that gasolina?
I'm waiting 5 years into marriage to even
Consider
see my
it.
wife.
It's not even a thought for him.
Yeah.
Well, after the last poem, dude, I don't blame her.
I'm still waiting on her to listen to it, you know?
She probably listened to it and
And she's
pretended
like,
she
"Trash."
didn't listen.
It was
Like,
She doesn't want to hurt her feelings. You
Shitty ass
embarrassed
poem.
me.
Did you say my name on that podcast? Did people know who I am?
Oh, yeah,
man.
but you want to go with your next one?
Yeah. Saturday morning cartoons have been canceled. Because everyone now has access to streaming platforms. Cable was a big initiator for that. I remember having to work my ass off, meaning just get up early on a Saturday, grab a bowl of cereal or make some pancakes or some eggs, and watch some Saturday morning cartoons for like 4 hours. It made it worthwhile to get up at 6 in the morning.
That was the whole experience.
It
yeah.
was.
Even your parents were mad you were getting up that early.
Yeah, and
remember?
it's like,
No, that's the only day you
And you-
ever get up at
and
6 a.m.
yeah.
to catch all the cartoons.
And you have to crank up the volume on the TV.
Yeah, 'cause you wanna
get the
hear it.
shitty ones, you know?
yeah, the big tube
old
TVs,
TVs, yeah.
and just one speaker.
Still had
It was
the
just-
dials on the TVs.
It was as big as like a 50-cent piece. And it was,
And it's like a 12-inch, you think? Or
yeah,
you know?
12, 13, whatever.
No bigger than a computer monitor now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You
But
have to get super close, you know?
yeah, those were the days. You'd watch it Saturday morning, and if you hung out with your friends later in the afternoon, you'd talk about that episode.
You get your blankets, you know? You freaking take them out
Dude,
into the
man,
living
so
room.
fu- And if you had to sleep over
Your
with buddies,
cereal.
you'd all wake up early, get your cereal, your food. You'd hover around the TV. It was a
Leftover
fucking
pizza.
blast.
Have it for breakfast, you know? Take it out of the fridge. You eat it cold like a man.
French toast,
Waffles, dude.
KFC chicken.
Whoa. Freaking chicken biscuits, dude. What else were you eating, dude?
Chicken Littles from KFC
Ooh.
also canceled.
Damn, dude. Oh, you know what? Those were pretty good, huh? The chicken littles, dude.
They were.
But yeah, cartoons were pretty good. You probably you like the Ninja Turtles? You like the
Loved Ninja Turtles. I mean, Pokemon was a big thing growing up too.
Static Shock? That was like on a Thursday, huh? That was
No, that was Saturday.
Well,
Saturday?
they started showing them during the weekdays too, but then like the new episodes would be Saturdays.
Yeah.
Static Shock.
Yeah, 'cause
dude.
Thursdays they would play the
If
one
you
they would
missed
have
it?
played. If you missed it, yeah.
Yeah, if your parents
Yeah,
were
the-
too mad, you know, were you waking me up,
Yeah.
dude?
Get
Back then we
grounded.
didn't have the freaking DVR.
Well, it was nice because we had just the TV downstairs, and my parents' room was upstairs, but it wasn't above the living room. So if I played it, they wouldn't really get up, and they didn't care, thankfully. But even if they did care, I don't think it would have mattered because they didn't really hear much in the apartment that we were in. But
You know, back then,
Batman the animated series, the
Gargoyles.
Gargoyles was great. Spider-Man,
Gargoyles. I watched it as an adult. It's pretty.
it's good. It's a good written
It's a
story. It's a
good-
well-written
yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Samurai Pizza Cats. The Mask was a cartoon back then.
Samurai Jack
Oh,
was cool.
I forgot about them. The Mask cartoon was actually pretty cool, dude.
It was pretty dope.
compared to the movie.
Yeah.
Like the movie wasn't that cool, not like Jim Carrey, but the cartoon, dude.
You had your classic Animaniacs, Looney Tunes.
Baby Looney Tunes, Scooby Doo.
Yeah. I didn't care for Scooby-Doo much, but
Oh, dude, I love Scooby Doo, bro.
yeah.
And a Scrappy Doo, dude.
But yeah, then cable. We didn't have cable. I never had cable until I was about 20.
And that's like, you know what? That's like the real FOMO back then. You know, people are like, oh,
Yeah.
FOMO, now my phone, I'm scared.
I have
But
so
back
much
then, dude,
anxiety, I'm missing
you
out on
literally, if you
everything.
missed it, you missed it.
Yeah, you either recorded it
Yeah, you can't go
or
on
you just
Twitter.
didn't have it.
You
Yeah.
can't go on Instagram. You can't go on
You'd have to
YouTube.
hear about it and
Yeah.
then trying to imagine it.
Or wait to see when it would re-air.
Yeah.
Like if it didn't air again, you weren't watching it.
You'd get your buddy that's a good artist. Hey, you think you could draw the episode for me? You know? He sit there and like try to draw it for you.
Or the
Oh,
kid that
this
was a
is what happened.
storyteller. Hey, did you watch it? Tell me about it.
But he always lied a little bit. You know what
Dude,
I
I
mean?
remember missing like the last 3 episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the original Yu-Gi-Oh!
With
series.
Pegasus and
Yeah, like but funny, like I didn't finish it until several years later when I finally caught some of the reruns.
what was the name of Yu-Gi-Oh's nemesis? Pegasus and the other guy with the K. What was his name?
Kaiba?
Kaiba. Yeah, it was
Seto Kaiba, yeah.
Yeah, dude. God damn.
He's
bro.
he's the richest of rich fucks, and everyone was just a poor piece of shit to him.
Buy me a blue-eyed white dragon. You know.
Yugi, you poor piece of shit.
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! He was poor, huh?
Yeah.
I forgot about that, dude.
His grandpa owned
He'd
like
had from his
a
grandpa. Yeah.
like a cheap ass game store. It was like a Dollar Tree game store, and
GameStop,
Kaiba was the
dude.
billionaire.
Yeah.
He just walked in, give me your card. No, he gets the card that's like 1 of 4 and rips it. He didn't give a fuck.
Damn, dude, I forgot about freaking Kaiba, dude. He got canceled too, dude.
That dark magician magic. What's another thing got canceled for you? But I miss Saturday morning cartoons.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like if there's one thing I wish the kids could experience today, would be that.
Just wake up with all your buddies. You
It's
know
a
what I mean?
whole thing, yeah. You hang out later that day to play ball or whatever, and you just talk now for like 2 hours about Beetleborgs or Power Rangers or whatever.
Yeah. R.I.P. to children. All right, so I'm gonna go with my list. Let's see. I'm going to
Intensely reading his notebook.
R.I.P. to
Still looking at his notebook.
FYE. Literally just died.
Used to be Media Play.
Okay. So
Remember
just
Media
died.
Play?
Nope.
I don't remember that.
Media Play is what it used to be, and it was like this musical note, and I'm pretty sure it was like the face was the play button, but it was green, and then it had like the eyes, and then like the less than sign was
Kind
the
of
mouth.
to be like a play.
Yeah, like Media
Okay.
Play. But Media Play transitioned over to FYE, but
But yeah,
FYE is
FYE,
now done.
rest in peace. That was like one place where I like, even as an adult, I could go there to just like kill time, you know? It's like, oh, I'm gonna go find these, like, because I'm into CDs still, you know? So I would go there, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try to find this CD. And sometimes, dude, like, you could never find the CD again if you didn't buy it.
Yeah.
You know, be like, oh, this is a freaking Pete Rock CD, dude. It took me like 2-3 years to find it again. Or sometimes it'd be like a time capsule. You'd get like a super old CD from like, you know, the early 1990s or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was like a used one, but it still had like everything that came with the CD. Like you'd get lucky, you got somebody that kept everything in there, so they'd have like, which is your favorite song? Mail it to us and fill out this questionnaire of your favorite songs and sell it to, you know, freaking Kaiba Records, you know, in freaking Chicago, blah blah blah. And they'd give you the address so you could pick what songs are your favorites. So we'll send you a poster, you know. So those were cool. Or you get like Kanye West. If you get lucky, you get a graduation one that comes with the poster still.
Yeah.
You only paid $3.
Remember when CDs would actually have like the lyric book, or it would have like information about the album and like
Yeah.
what they did.
Or the artist.
Yeah. Or it'd even have exclusive art in there, like album art.
Yeah, because that's what I would always like about CDs is that, like you said, the lyrics were on there. And I think CDs were more important back then in general, just because, like you said, it was just like the whole experience. So you had the lyrics for like every single song, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's like track freaking 84. They put the lyrics on there, so you'd be like, oh, I'm going to sing along to this. And then you want to nail it every single time, you know? But then at FYE, they would always sell like weird stuff, you know? They're like, oh, these are wireless Bluetooth headphones. You know, only freaking $8.99. They're on sale. They used to be $854. Like, oh, dude, I'm going to try these, dude. You put them on, dude. It's like you're wearing a freaking one of those airline headphones from the 90s, you know? Like, what kind of plastic is this, dude? It was like made out of the leftover plastic from those cars, the Pintos, that they, you know, you just scrap the freaking plastic and now you put it on your head, dude.
Dude, I'd spend a lot of time at FYE as well. My brother and I would go for music or movies. Funny enough, I'd go either there or Barnes and Noble to like read graphic novels for like Marvel or DC Comics.
Oh, graphic?
Yeah, they're called graphic novels.
Okay. Not the ones that I read.
Yeah, you read
My
those.
graphic novel. Jose's graphic novels didn't have Spider-Man.
Nope.
Jose would download on the PSP. Check out the last episode for an update on the Jizz on My Jugs series.
I like FYE because it had all the Asian candies and like all the cool Asian drinks. The one that you pop the little ball or
see
whatever.
That one you
yeah,
pop the
it's
ball in? What is that one called?
I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about. That soda.
Yeah.
And you can find anything anime. You could find porn if you wanted to, you know.
They had
They
porn,
did have
the
their
adult
own
section.
section. The
And it would be
Playboy
like in
section.
boxes, like in plastic boxes you couldn't even steal, you know. But you could get a peek.
And then they had the magazines, like the nudie magazines, and then kids would always like walk by to like have a peek. But if adults were there, they'd like skip
Run
away.
get a
Yeah, because they even dim the lights a little bit, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they're like they do it on purpose. You don't realize when you're a kid, but you know now that you're an adult, the lights are a little bit dim there. So like,
Yeah, didn't Sam Goody die out way before FYE even died?
Sam Goody. Oh yeah, dude.
Or
Sam Goody died
Sam,
like
Sam Goody was like died before 2000, I feel.
yeah. That one died with Electric City and all those other ones. Then
Circuit City.
Circuit City, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that was a fun place. FYE. Luckily, I was able to buy all the Viva La Bam seasons, Martin and Wild Boys, before they closed.
Wild Boys was a good show.
So now I can move on.
What about you, Javi? Any other canceled things, or still none to come to mind?
I feel like all the characters from McDonald's should come back. I don't know.
Oh, they
Maybe
did
just
get
like
canceled a little bit, huh?
Out of nostalgia, like Ronald McDonald's, like
You could sit on his
basically
lap,
dead.
dude. He was like, I mean, he was sitting like this, look, with this leg crossed.
and his hand out here.
But I was like, oh, dude, he's
Like
a freaking machismo, you know?
yeah.
Because he's going like this. He's like, he just wants you to sit on him, sit on his lap. And then people started getting STDs because like too many people were sitting on his lap. And
I
I
feel
think
like the Hamburglar was like a pretty cool character.
the Hamburglar. But then the
Yeah.
ginger community, they got upset, you know? Why does it have to be a redhead?
The criminals too. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
was promoting burglary, thievery, bootlegging. No one wants to bootleg.
And oh yeah, dude, huh? I didn't
That's
even
why he got
think about
canceled,
that,
man.
And then what other they had like what other animals did they have? They had like the
Grimace, which was like that big purple
the
guy.
purple one, right?
Oh, that was his name. I was trying to think
I'm
of
pretty
it.
sure it was Grimace.
Some weird
Then they had this
purple
like this weird yellow girl with like the box braids with like a beak. She was like a bird.
Like a weird,
Oh,
like
with
a
box
Sesame
braids?
Street
Big Bird cussing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
God.
the heck was her name?
I don't know, but they canceled that and they used to have those balls, remember? In the playground?
The playpen.
The playpen. They had those like
The ball
balls.
pit?
the
Yeah,
ball
kids
pit,
would
dude.
like take shits in there and
Yeah.
urinate, and that's why people our age, like COVID, isn't really a thing for them. Because if you
Survive
survive
all
that
We
and you
s-
drink water out of a
septicness.
hose,
We still have the antibodies from the from the playpens, you know?
yeah,
From all of those. Dude, those were gross, you know?
dude,
if you
they,
think
they
about
were
it now.
nasty.
And you always wanted to hide it. Dude, I want to see if I can fit all the way down there.
Yeah, and then it would get hot and you're all
Yeah.
sweaty because it's plastic.
Yeah, and the plastic inside starts to get all foggy like you're showering.
Now they have
remember?
now it's just contemporary art when they do that shit.
Oh, with like the balls, yeah.
it's art now.
They had to repurpose it.
Yeah, that's true.
They were environmentally friendly. Shout outs to them.
Yeah, McDonald's.
The good thing, McDonald's. Remember how they used to have the wraps?
Yeah,
Like people love those. I
the
hated
chicken
them.
Caesar wrap.
Yeah,
They
it was
had
just
the,
fucking tortilla with a chicken tender,
and it was super cold.
always cold and it was nasty. And the fucking salads you would shake. I hated those things.
Too much mayo.
Remember the
dude,
salad
those ones.
shakers, the
Salad
McSalad,
in the cup.
the
The mixed-
McShaker or whatever.
I don't remember.
You remember that one?
You don't remember those? They had a big dome on top. They looked like the Slurpees.
Like the
with-
Slurpee, yeah, that has a
Yeah.
dome like
Like,
this.
like the McFlurries only like
You get like the croutons.
but it's
and
covered,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
And people loved them because they were like, "Oh, salad on the go," and they were always shaking it. And they made it a point for you to like hear
know
their
that they're eating
shaking.
a salad.
I got so mad. I'm glad that failed.
pre-vegan. That's the pre-vegan era.
I'm glad
That's the
those died out.
vegetarian area.
I hated
era.
those. The salad shakers. Fuck out of here, McDonald's.
Dude, you know what was good that I haven't had from McDonald's, dude? An apple pie, bro. They used to have like an apple.
They canceled
one.
those.
They don't have them anymore.
Do I swear they don't have them anymore?
No,
They have like, and they have like the 3
They even
slits or
had-
whatever in them.
Yeah, but they had a.
They had a cinnamon one too. I think.
Dude, I liked those until one time I got one that was like raw
They just never
and like it
throw
was soggy. And I took back. I'm like, oh sorry, they cooked it, but after that I'm like, I'm not eating these
They
anymore.
forgot to microwave it.
No, I used to.
Fuck.
I used to just go at night, dude. I never had it like during the day. It just has to be like night, and they would always be like super hot. You know, that thing would burn you.
Well, they had strawberry cream cakes.
Oh yeah,
Essentially the same. Those
that
were
one
really
was
good.
super good too,
Yeah.
I
dude.
don't remember those.
Strawberry ones, bro. Those ones. Woo.
Yeah, those are really good.
I don't remember those at all.
Man. Sometimes they think if it's just like back then, since we were kids, it tasted better, or if it's just, you know what I mean?
They had the they canceled the supersize meals.
Yeah.
And you remember it wasn't just there was the kids meal and the big kids meal.
Mighty Kids meal.
That's what it was called.
Yeah.
Because it was the big kids meal was Burger King, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
The mighty kids meal was McDonald's.
And you got like a little bit more provocative toy, you know, on that one.
Yeah, they look a little bit more phallic in nature.
Yeah.
Like this is a light up pen. It's just a little bit wide, and then on the top it looked like it had a mushroom. It's like, okay, come on, McDonald's. It's probably why they canceled Ronald
They had
McDonald.
those. It was a vape pen before.
But that's why they
When
can't-
released it. Now the kids they're hooked on him, bro.
That's why they canceled Grimace. He's just this big purple butt plug.
Yeah,
That's why they canceled him.
So-
I thought it was like an off blue balls. Super like to the max that it was about to bust, but it turned purple.
the guy.
Yeah,
Dude, I don't know. Dude,
the nut that's been sitting there the whole time.
dude, I don't know what kind of perverse
No,
thoughts
man.
you were. You know, I asked
Dude,
him,
man,
say,
what
hey,
were you
what
watching on
kind
your
of-
PSP, Hobby?
Yeah, dude.
I never had a PSP.
Dang, dude, his imagination is vivid, bro. Thinking that guy's a giant nut.
Dude,
you
you're
know?
disgusting. Why would you even think of something
Waiting
like
the
that?
bus, Savi.
I never
Jesus
think of something
Christ,
that
dude.
gross, ever.
Yeah, God, dude, now you ruined my childhood. Tell me yours, How's before I freaking puke.
Let me look at my list, too. I think we just had so many. So I'll just say them kind of all, like, remember Butterfinger BBs?
No, were they tiny?
Oh
ones?
yeah,
They-
like
they
the
were
little round
just
ones,
like balls. They just made
like
those.
rabbit
and-
turds. That's what they look like.
Yeah, pretty much. And then the Flintstone Push Pops. Remember those?
No, I remember
the
Flintstone
ice cream
vitamins.
trucks?
Yeah, the ice cream. So
Yeah.
like you had the it was the tube, and it had the plastic like umbrella that you just keep pushing up.
Oh,
And
okay.
you would just eat the ice cream as it would, like
And
as
it
it
would
would
kind
go
of
up.
protect your hand from like all the drip.
The drip and everything. Yeah.
Like then when
Minute
drip
Ma-
wasn't cool.
Minute Maid at schools they had them. It was like that pyramid, icy. You remember those?
No, I don't remember that.
They were this frozen juice pack from like Minute Maid, and they had fruit punch or grape. I always got grape. I loved grape.
No,
But-
I don't remember that one. I remember the Tang with the monkeys. I
Tang.
think we
Dude,
talked about that
it's a
one
kick in the
before.
glass. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the monkeys got canceled on that
Yeah.
too, huh?
They
The
don't have 'em.
orangutans.
It's freaking the Rombre, whatever.
Fucking balls hanging out in the commercials.
Yeah,
A
he's
little
like,
a little too frisque.
he's
Balls
going
out,
like this.
balls
That-
out for Harambe.
And that was
I
before.
was like, dude, it's like, Mom, is that monkey playing basketball? It's like, no, it's playing with his pee-pee, son.
He's
Yeah.
playing with his Grims.
That's it.
and that's before manscaping was a big
blue
thing.
ones, yeah.
So it made it even worse for them. Stuck in the 70s.
God, manscaping's so a good topic, dude.
Do
We'll
you
take
remember
up
the
this one.
Dunkaroos? They were like, I still think they have the cheese cracker with that like gross cheese whiz fake shit, like the little tub, and you would have this red stick and you would scoop it and put it on.
Yeah, to me that was always weird.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I remember that, but
and maybe it's because I didn't like it, so I don't look for it now. I don't know if those still exist.
yeah, this is one of the weird kids, Sebastian. You know, he always smelled like a little bit too much ass. He would always have those. So to me, I associated those with Sebastian.
Kid Cuisine.
Not cool, dude. Oh, remember this one? Woof woof Sue pals. You don't remember? Roof roof Sue pals.
Were they like the Beanie
Sue
Babies?
pals make eating fun.
No.
When you clear your plate, then you see their face. Dude, it was literally
because the plate,
a
like
paper plate that looked like a frog.
Oh, yeah!
Or it would be like an owl. Hoot,
Or a dog.
Hoot, Sue pals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Woof, woof, meow,
yeah.
meow, Sue pals.
because it was the ears, right, or the eyes
yeah,
for the frogs.
Sue
And
pals
stuff.
make eating fun. It's like, dude, your food is that shitty, dude. Caucasian people, that you have to,
You sensitive tongue people, you.
you have to disguise it. Oh, you're not gonna see what animal you got unless you eat your meal.
Hamburger helper, fuck out of here.
Cover the whole face of the fucking frog. You know?
Yeah, that hamburger helper is why your kids wouldn't eat your shit.
Oh, but yeah, dude, that was the thing. The soup pals, bro. Those things freaking, dude. They were like on TV for like every commercial of soup pals.
Dude, do those animal frosted crackers still exist?
Just the regular crackers?
The pink
No,
ones?
not
Pink
the
and white
pink
ones?
ones with like the sprinkles on them.
Oh, I never seen those ones.
Dude,
Sure
man,
they
those
do.
are so disgusting.
No, I never tried those ones. I don't remember those ones.
Dude, that has to be styrofoam. With
Yeah,
like
because it's just like
it's
a
styrofoam with
plastic-
aspartame. Like there's
Yeah.
it doesn't taste good.
It was
What?
so weird, and it's just like an animal cracker covered in plastic, whatever the
Ugh.
hell that was. I don't even know.
It wouldn't melt.
It would coat your mouth.
Yeah, it'd be sitting in your car 150 degrees in the midsummer, and you could pick it up and it wasn't melted.
Yeah,
What shit is it?
Oh man, probably some.
stronger than.
How am I
candle
supposed to
wax.
digest it if it's not melting in 150-degree car weather?
It's a little sketch.
Yeah, that's before like anything got canceled, really. Because back then with food, there was like no loss, bro.
There wasn't.
You know what I mean? It's like now we freak out. It's like, oh, you know,
Dude,
MSGs in my food. You know, there's
were you guys ever as ghetto as like we were, where we take aluminum foil and put like hot dogs and shit in it to like cook in the dashboard in the middle of the summer?
Oh, I never
Like when
did
you
that.
would
That
like
was a
come
pretty
back
cool
from the
idea,
store or
but-
something, or if you were at a park and like you didn't want to bring out the grill or anything, we just wrap it in aluminum foil, stick it in the dashboard and not park under a tree, of course, and it would get direct sunlight and it would cook those bad boys.
That would
No,
be weird
dude.
though, right? You're driving back home and it stinks of
Oh,
hot
it smells
dog.
good. He's
Dude,
like
man,
a hot
dude.
dog cart, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Smells like New York, dude.
No, you never did that. We were so ghetto. I remember doing that. We were so ghetto. I loved it.
One time, dude.
I didn't even know it was
consider it
pizza,
ghetto. I
like
think
left-
That's innovative.
Leftover
pretty-
pizza, like we would just wrap it.
Environmentally friendly.
Yeah, before even the fucking hippies. Get the fuck
Yeah,
out of here.
Cooking with solar.
Solar
That
food.
original solar freaking. It's that
You got
solar
that-
kitchen, dude, in the
Got that
car.
off of Zoom.
You had the
PBS
original
kid.
Tesla, host. You had the Tesla with the grill, dude. But you know, that reminds me of a funny story about just like cooking when you're broke. I with a couple of my buddies that we used to skate with, we went to the park and we were gonna have a barbecue, right? So we bought some like hot dogs. I think it was just mostly hot dogs because we couldn't afford anything else.
Yeah.
So we bought like 2 things of hot dogs. I think we had like 1 thing of bread, you know? And then the other one was just like regular square bread. And like we're like, oh dude, we didn't have any coals. We're like, we're gonna go to the park, you know, get this barbecue. But I had a giant jug of like fuel starter, right? So we go and we just like start breaking off some, and this is at the West Valley City Park. So we start breaking off like a bunch of twigs and stuff like that from trees, right? We're like, oh, dude, this is gonna be the best barbecue ever. You know what I mean? And we start, you know, we pile them up and stuff like that, and then we kind of, you know, we pour some of the lighter fluid on there, kind of catches on fire. But dude, we're idiots. The twigs are still fresh, so they're just like smoking everything. You know, it's not holding the flame. So I get this one of my buddies, you know, my buddy, the one with the guinea pig with the huge dick, he was there. But then one of my other buddies, well, Eden Madonna's, he was there too. But this other kid, Devin, he was always like, I don't know what he was on, but he was always just like, you know, out of his mind. I don't know, he was on drugs or something. But we're like, hey, Devin, it's like the fire's like, we had found enough dead twigs that we were starting to get our fire rolling.
Okay.
I'm like, dude, the fire's going out. It's like, go pour some more lighter fluid in it, you know? And this kid, dude, Devin puts like way too close to the fire. The fire went inside of the container, dude, and shot it up in the sky like a rocket, dude. And it just landed like next to like it was like 2 pine trees.
Yeah.
But you know how the pine trees, like the
dead
yeah, how the-
pines.
yeah, and then like all the grass started going around, like all of that started catching on fire, dude. So we're like kicking dirt, dude. I had this Utah Jazz backpack that I threw it on the fire. I'm like, we're trying to put it out, dude, because it's a city park. You know what I mean? And if you know that one, how it's like the one by Granger High School, like it's pretty open. It's like, it's not like a park you have to like kind of like sneak into. Like people could see
Everyone's
that it's
seeing
on
that
fire.
it's
It's like on
burning
the yeah, it's on 35th, dude. It's on that main road.
I don't think that park exists anymore, but I remember.
It's where they have like, now they have like the animal shelter by it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's like the
pretty
baseball.
close.
Yeah, it's on the other side. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like all open and
Yeah, all
the
open.
grill is like dead center in the middle of the grass.
So it's like everybody could see it. So we were
You guys don't want to go to jail for life.
Oh, dude. So we just left, so we kind of put out the fire and we ran out of there, dude.
Juvenile dealing.
We left the hot dogs and everything, dude. Dude, my buddy Eden, dude, it took us a long ass time. He's Muslim. He was concerned about the ingredients in the hot dog because he couldn't eat pork. So,
That's what hot dogs are for.
we went through the whole thing. He just condemned your
Dude, that's why God didn't want him eating
He's
pork.
like, no,
God didn't want him eating pork.
He's like, he didn't save you. Yeah, he saved him, bro.
Yeah.
Allah saved his boy.
Thanks a lot,
He
freaking
saved
Allah.
him, man. That's what he gets for being pious. That's a good boy right there. You guys were trying to have him.
You trying to trick
We're like, bro, you're good. It's like
dark arts?
because it says it also includes like chicken leftovers, turkey. It's like, bro, it's only a
Well,
little
even
bit
if
of
you
pork.
buy the turkey and chicken, you kind of know.
You read the back, dude. It's like particles.
No, you got to go with the. I call them they're called Hebrew National
Hebrew ones. Yeah.
Those are all beef Franks.
Yeah.
Or Nathan's hot dogs. Those
They're
are all
kosher.
beef.
Those are kosher.
Yeah.
Yeah, but back then we couldn't afford those. You know what I mean?
They're a couple bucks too much.
We're running on straight freaking fuel.
Speaking of things you couldn't afford, did you guys? And I think it's canceled now too. Wonder Bread. You remember Wonder Bread?
Wonder Bread's canceled, dude. I think
I
it's
don't.
still
I don't
going.
know.
Well,
Is
it's
it still
called-
around?
Is it? It's still on Bimbo, right?
No, but that's Wonder Bread's different because they had
It's the same thing.
Wonder and they had
No,
Bimbo.
Wonder Bread was like
Yeah,
the
it's different.
U.S. version.
Yeah,
But I mean,
But
essentially,
I just remember seeing Wonder Bread and because of their
with the
marketing.
dots.
Yeah, and I'm like, God, that bread's got to be so much better than what we're getting on
with
this
the white,
wick
with
shit.
the white case, so it looks super
Yeah,
like
the whole
the
thing.
premium.
premium.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I was like, we're on wick shit, right? And I'm like, oh, this government cheese is not nowhere near as good as this
it
Wonder
doesn't
Bread.
even melt, huh? I mean, that cheese, the crabs, dude.
Have
Bro,
you-
we
have you
went,
ever
we had a
noticed?
barbecue, bro,
We were like,
and
what the
they
hell?
brought that cheese,
They don't
dude.
burn.
Dude, the burger's charcoal, dude. That thing's pristine.
You would
know what I
cover it
mean?
up. Oh, I'm gonna wait till it melts, right, dude? 10,
Dude,
20 minutes later, your burger is all burnt black,
Dude, I
and the cheese
remember.
is like you just took it out the wrapper.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Nice. I was like, I'm not eating that.
Nothing happened to
You
it.
know what I
bro.
mean?
I still eat that. I don't care. Oh man, I'd heat up hot dogs in the microwave.
Oh, yeah,
Somehow I
do
don't
that
care.
still, too.
And then I'd put it on a sliced bread, like white bread, sliced
Yeah.
white bread,
Oh, we do that.
and then just
yeah.
put my ketchup mustard on it and call it a day.
Dude, we still do that. I think we made garlic bread with hot dog buns. Just couldn't.
I've done that too. Yeah,
It's,
no
it's
shame.
actually way better than. It's like the best type of
They
bread. for
hold
garlic
better.
bread.
Yeah, they hold better.
flavors way better. I don't know.
It's like spongy. It's good.
Yeah.
But dude, man, so many things have been canceled.
How much time do we have, Bobby? How much time are we in? Let's see if we can add much.
You got we're 30 minutes in right now, so we
30
got
minutes? What, you
at
two more
least
things,
15.
you think?
Two more things.
Well, let's see. I'm going to talk about this one because we bring her up sometimes during the podcast. And
Mavis Beacon.
Mavis Beacon.
I knew it
Yep.
was coming. Yeah.
And she got canceled, dude. Next to
Dude.
Aunt Jemima, the two black queens.
I miss them.
So, yeah, dude, they got canceled. So,
Dude, Aunt Jemima had good commercials too, and I'm not even kidding.
yeah.
Those are some good commercials because I always wanted pancakes when I
And
saw
now
those
people,
commercials.
Miss Butterworth. Screw her, dude. I want that freaking Aunt Jemima, dude.
Aunt Jemima threw down in the kitchen. You knew it.
Yeah. And then same thing with Mavis Beacon, dude. Mavis Beacon, oh, what is she? A beacon of hope for women. Okay? That's what she was named after, a beacon. And there's beacons and
Computer literacy, guys.
yep.
Did Uncle Ben get canceled?
She would teach you how to type. Did you have Mavis Beacon, Javi?
No,
No?
I don't remember.
Mavis Beacon, she's this beautiful black lady, and she showed you how to type. And if you made mistakes, she's like, it's okay. Let's try it again.
Was that back then
We're
when we all
gonna-
had Macs in the school?
Max and PC, dude. She was computer neutral, Javi. She computer fluid, don't look at the keyboard. Make sure your posture is straight, And she would guide you. And she
Put the
teacher
cover on. Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah, put the
I
cover
do-
on. Main
yeah.
speaking. We're gonna try it again, and we're gonna type to this whatever fun sentence. Like think about it now. The typing teacher. What did they even hire them for? Mavis Beacon was the first underpaid woman of color. She was probably not even paid.
Poorly represented.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna put this teacher that's gonna tell us to, hey, listen to Mavis Beacon. Huh? That's all we did. I don't even know my teacher's name for typing, dude.
It was
I know
just
Mavis Beacon.
Yeah.
Like the guys literally was just there to open the door.
To watch the computers.
Yeah, like I didn't even know the guy's job. What was the guy, like your teachers, if you think about it now, what was his job during typing if it wasn't like Mavis Beacon? Oh, this is how you set up a password.
They were the chaperones. That's it. They were the chaperones of the field trip.
So you just wanted
You
to make
sit here, you sit here, sign in, taking attendance, done.
Mavis Beacon could have done that too, dude.
Mavis Beacon could have.
She knows how many people are logged in, and she's teaching.
Okay, then really he's there just to excuse people to go to the bathroom.
Basically. And Mavis Beacon's teaching like 40 kids all at once. And she's teaching the slow kids. She's teaching kids that's only got one arm how to type. People that are ESL. She's like, oh, this is how you find a nya. Whatever the, enya.
Alt 146.
Oh, you got it.
Yep.
Dude, she was teaching us how to code before it was even a thing. And they canceled her.
She was ahead of her time.
A pioneer. Mavis Beacon, R.I.P. I love you.
Remember when we found out she wasn't even a real person?
Nope.
That crushed me.
Yeah. Because we literally had a Mavis Beacon conversation for probably, like an hour, probably.
We did. And then for some reason, I'm like, let's just Google it. And we found out she was a fictional character.
Yeah, we were celebrating, Black History Month, We're like, dude, remember Mavis Beacon? And then we looked her up because I'm like, oh, man, that's the first, woman of color. Because people are like, oh, you guys are womanizers. You know what I mean? You guys are machos. You guys are misogynist. We got Javi the misogynist, But guess what? Mavis Beacon loved everybody.
And I'm reading Amelia Bedelia books back in the day, too.
Yeah, Matilda.
Mother Goose.
Dude.
Shout out to the matriarchy. Come on.
They had scary stories to tell in the dark. Did you guys ever have accelerated reader program?
J.K. Rowling. Yeah, we did.
That was pretty cool, too, huh? You get points.
Yeah.
See, back then they made things cool, dude.
We did. Now it's all like
and
virtual.
You get points.
Yeah.
Did you do accelerated reader, Javi?
Is that the one where you have to do the test?
Yeah, you do the test and you get points and stuff
because
like
of that, I got placed into the 12. They were saying I was reading at a 12th grade level.
Yeah, dude. See?
I was like, what the heck? I was just wanting to get the answer.
And you
Like, what does that mean?
And you would get certificates to take your parents,
Yeah, they're like, hey, Javier's super special. I was like, what the hell? Well, they put me in the AP class
for reading
because of that. For everything. He's like, we think you have a gifted child. And that's why I ended up cheating, because I was like in between. He was being too smart and too dumb, So I was like, fuck, I'm not made for this.
Meanwhile, all the other kids thought you were like the status quo. Like, we just let one special ed kid in.
There was 2 Mexicans.
That's it.
Yeah, just let it because he's a minority. Yeah. No, you know what? I actually got into the accelerated reader 100 point club, bro.
Damn.
And they took us to this
they do the book fairs. Yeah.
They took us on this book field trip, dude, and there was like a train here in Utah. I don't even know it's like some old ass train that goes like around the mountain, and you'd get popcorn and stuff like that. And there was only like 12 kids, and I was one of them, dude. And I had like a plaque on, in the school, like in the whatever the entrance. It had like my name on it. I was like. And it was like the same thing, Mom's like, oh, my son, he's so cool. Then I was just reading Cam Jensen and Harry Potter, like the stupidest books.
Tom Sawyer.
And then the questions were like super easy, like what character is da 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 da, and then of course it's Harry Potter.
It's like, what's Harry's last name?
Potter.
Yeah, there's just simple stuff like that. I was like, what the heck?
How does he scare people? A gun, AK-47, a wand. It's like, duh, a wand. But he had all the other idiots that could barely read, so they were just panicking. It would have come with a timer, so they'd run out of time.
Yeah, the ticking of the clock is really what got people.
Yeah. They freak out. I didn't know how to test. And that's why they canceled Mavis Beacon. They don't know how to test.
Do you remember that they replaced Mavis Beacon with the Mario game, that knockoff Mario game?
Oh, no.
Do you remember that? Like
the racing one?
Where it was Mario, and based on how fast he'd jump over stuff, he'd swim, otherwise he'd drown.
Yeah.
Oh, you remember how, what an awful way to his life's on the line. Are you gonna type any faster or no?
You gotta be faster than that to save his life.
Yeah. And then you kill the Italian plumber, and that's why he got canceled.
Yep. You could have just kept Mavis Beacon, dude. You know what? Maybe we're gonna get a picture of Mavis Beacon. Put her out here and get it on Jemima. Get it on Jemima and Mavis Beacon.
Mavis Beacon was a big part of our childhood, though. We're not even kidding. It's how I learned how to type.
and I'm good at typing, dude. I'm like, you guys. Oh,
The one finger warriors.
yeah. Oh, but I'm good at texting. You know, they go like this.
Yeah, their thumb.
That's why they're
You
so
don't
good
see
at Twitter, because they can only type in 160 characters.
Yeah, not us, but all right, host.
Last one.
Man. Hold on. Let me reference my notes real quick.
For our viewers
It's just 'cause I
listening
think
at
it
home,
has to be our last one because
Host
That was a
checking
good
his
one,
list.
though. I mean,
maybe
I,
speaking what's
I don't know if I want to do another. That's a
Oh,
good...
can I say one then?
Yeah, go ahead.
last
Go ahead.
one?
Go ahead.
And maybe this is gonna be just as good as maybe speaking.
Okay.
The Oregon Trail.
The game?
Yes.
I still think it exists, or maybe it doesn't exist.
Dude, I looked it up, bro. It was like you could buy this like 1995 PC. You could buy like the CD, but it's the old one.
The game Civilization, I think, took over.
Yeah, now they have like knockoffs, you know, where it's like Build Empire, Oregon Trail. But it's like now it's like that, those weird ones where you have to buy coins and
Kmart got canceled.
do all that stuff. Kmart, yep. 2 years ago.
I remember, like, it was weird because everyone thinks, like, they view Target as the upper echelon and Walmart's like the poor shit. But, like, if you were poor, you went to
it was
Kmart.
Kmart, bro.
You went to Kmart.
Yeah.
And they sold, like, the protege shoes. Who was the basketball player that sold those?
I can't remember.
Was it Stephon Marbury?
Yeah, Stephon Marbury.
Yeah, the proteges. Those were trash shoes.
They would have leftovers from Sears.
Yeah.
But to be fair, he made that for poor people so we could afford them, you know?
Yeah, but his issue was he said they're as good as quality of, like, Jordans.
It's
and
Jordans.
stuff. And they weren't.
Obviously not,
they
because they
broke
would
as
come
quickly.
they would come undone.
Like, yeah. Like, we make them at the same
that was
factory.
before-
That's what he would say.
They were the Zion shoe before Zion Williamson busted his Nikes.
Yeah.
Kmart, dude. And Kmart, dude, if you went there and you were of any ethnic descent, dude, it could get a little dicey, you know? You roll in there,
Remember
dude.
they had that little food court
You're
with the
only
popcorn?
minority, dude.
Yeah. They had, like, the icy machines. They had a little food
The
court
icy
there.
machines. I don't remember
They
the
sold,
icy
like,
machines.
little mini pizzas. They sell hot
Got
dogs.
the pretzels.
Yeah. Before Costco went in and stole that idea.
Yeah,
Well,
Kmart.
Target stole that too, right? Or did they always have it?
No, Target did, but then I think Target decided to do the franchise stuff. So they'll have either, like, a Starbucks or a Pizza Hut and stuff in them.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
But they did have, like, their own concession stand.
Yeah.
And but the thing that they sucked out was like their layout. You know what I mean?
Kmart?
Like of how they had things.
Oh,
you know what
yeah.
I mean?
It was wild.
So it's like, oh, you got chips right here, and then you got greeting cards and birthday cards next to it. And
Then all of a sudden you got bikes. And then in the corner
Yeah.
of the store, there's where the toys are at. And then the other corner, you got the sports.
and then pets right next to it, and then you got women's lingerie next to the detailing section. You know what I mean? And then you got the women's, the other side of the women's is next to home improvement. So like none of it made sense.
It would be an OCD person's nightmare to walk into a Kmart.
Yeah, so that's probably why they could never figure out. And then, dude, the machines were so slow, dude. You go to check out one item, you get a giant receipt too. You know what I mean? You want to get your Kmart points, and they had like those IBM computers.
And where they'd have
know?
to hit 20 buttons before you even finish checking out.
The screen was literally black and green.
Beep, beep, beep,
You know what I
beep,
mean?
beep, 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 beep,
And it's like-
beep, 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 beep. Reese's Pieces, okay, that'll be $1.75.
Now I have to put it into the cashier because I just unlocked it to put it on the cash register. So now that she's got to do it on the regular one, that's linked to this one. You're like, dude, what are we doing?
And then to your point, you pay him and receipt. Basically 6 feet long.
Oh yeah, like just the machine. It was like literally the size of this, where your receipt would come out of. It's like this giant machine that would never run out of paper.
No.
Oh,
They never replaced
rewards
it in
points?
Kmart. They never replaced the paper at Kmart.
And they had like they would sell like their waters like right by the checkout stuff, but in a weird place where you would be like, here's where you're checking out, here's the exit, and like right in between there's like barely any room to put your cart. You can take like the waters, like water bottles, or you know what I mean, I don't know, just stuff that you take home that's like big and bulky. Like they wouldn't even put it like where you could walk. Like literally you'd be like having to maneuver your cart out of there to try to just get out of there, dude.
And ironically enough, close to every Kmart, you'd always see a Little Caesars or an Arby's.
Let's see. Well, yep. In the Kmart that I went to, there was an Arby's in front of it.
See?
No
And a
Little
Little Caesars right next to it.
Yeah, see? Ironically enough, you'd always see them next to each other.
And you know what that means. You're in the
They
ghetto.
took all their business.
You're
They're
in
like,
the
yeah, what are we
ghetto.
going to spend our $5 on? Kmart, or we're going to,
Ghetto.
get a freaking pizza?
Yeah.
Or what are we going to do?
And the thing is, Arby's used to be cheap back in the day.
Oh,
Now you get a combo, it's $13. It's just as expensive as Wendy's now.
Yep. They started selling those freaking mochas, and that's what happened, dude.
The Jamocha
The
shakes.
Jamochas, bro. And those freaking drove up the price, and now they're fancy.
Now they're a Starbucks, or they think they're like a Starbucks.
Now you can't be eating, we're going to put
And they
real
what is it,
beefy in here.
the Ghirardelli chocolate chip cookies and stuff.
Nah.
It's like, bro, I came here for some greasy ass mozzarella sticks. Stop trying to sell me high class chocolate grade cookies.
So yeah, rest in peace to Kmart, dude. They would always have like shady semi truck drivers that would stay there too.
Dude, and in Kmart, no one ever knew anything. You'd ask an employee where anything was found, and because they were so disorganized, they would just shrug.
They were just like, it's like in one of those piles over there.
They just shrug. They were all
smoked
shoulders.
cigarettes in there,
Yeah.
Yeah, but Kmart was a mess, dude. And they had the super Kmarts or the super big Ks.
Big Kmarts, and then they had the
Those were
grocery
even worse.
stores.
Those ones look like a swap meet. Like you're walking to an indoor swap meet.
I feel like you could bargain a couple prices on some PS2s.
Then towards the end, they didn't know what they were anymore.
Yeah.
So they kept jumping from Sears to Kmart, Sears to
Yeah, it was
Kmart in
like-
the last days.
And Sears went out first, dude.
Sears went out first.
And Sears, I hated Sears because it's like, dude, Sears is like, you buy this freaking glass right here. Oh, this is and you can tell it's not the best quality. Oh, this is a $90, you know what I mean? Handcrafted by Craftsman Sears brand. But today it's on sale for $75. You know what I mean? So they're trying to like say that something's priced like $1,000 and you're gonna get a giant deal, giant savings. It's gonna be for $500.
Blue light specials.
Yeah, blue light specials.
You know, it's like they think it's like, dude, I could go to Walmart and get that for $2. You get a vacuum at Kmart, dude, and it's like a $700 vacuum. You go anywhere else or Sears,
You get the Dyson for $500.
Yeah, super cheap. But Sears and Kmart, like there's Sears brand stuff.
Yeah, they had like 1,000% markup for some ungodly known reason, and it was where poor people went.
Made
get
no
it.
sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, R.I.P. to Sears. You screw Sears. Dude, I never even like Sears, honestly, dude.
They were awful. They really were awful. Terrible customer service. The worst.
I think maybe they were like the first R.C. Willey kind of like that store, and then
Felt like everyone worked off commissions.
yeah,
I'm like a 10-year-old. Can
Yeah,
I help
and
you
then
find
people-
anything? I'm not buying anything.
and then they would actually dress up too. Remember?
Yeah.
Like salesmen. I'm like, dude, this is a regular ass store. It's not the 1930s anymore. Sears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They got their ties and they got their freaking pants, dude. It's like, dude, what am I at a car dealership? I'm trying to get some matchboxes, dude. Huh? You're gonna sell me on these? You're gonna sell me a warranty on my fucking Hot Wheels?
99-cent Hot Wheels. So all these things that have been canceled, maybe some will make a comeback. It's bound to repeat itself. But this has been hopefully an enjoyable episode of Eater's Digest for you guys.
Yep.
This is your boy Jos.
And this is host Beefy666.
And I'm Habibi, and thank you guys for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share, especially if you're 18 through
18 through
20,
like 24, I think.
24.
Yeah, we need a little bit more of you because we don't know if certain things are canceled.
Are we canceled? I hope we're not canceled.
Oh,
So share us,
don't
please.
put it out in the air. Catch you guys later.
Bye.